Hi guys, this is Hyunmin Max aka Max. Welcome back to another video on the channel. So for today, we're actually going to be talking about the best future stars swap combination you can actually have. Right, I decided to do this video at this point in time because we already know who are the players in Team 1. Right, and we also actually have some SBCs that we can actually craft with those fodder packs that we'll be actually getting from swaps. So I'll actually be talking about some of the available players in swaps like your Zola, Coutinho and Best, right? And I want to let you guys know how far these cards are behind the current power curve. I'll be giving you a few options for the swaps and you guys can decide which combination you guys prefer, right? If you guys have been enjoying the content on the channel recently, right, and you guys think that I'm worthy of it, please like and subscribe. We're actually only 6 subs away from 100 subs. So first off, we have the 3 token options whereby you have the Future Stars Team 1 pack, right? Now, the headliner for this team is of course Julian Alvarez, right? And we have actually done a review for him, right? So you guys can check the review out. So some of the other good players in this team is Murdoch, Gavi, right? Adeyemi and Gravio as well. So these are the players that you guys would most probably want to pack, right? However, I think that the pack weight for this pack might not be very good simply because it only costs 3 tokens. So next we actually have base Zola at 5 tokens. So base Zola, right, he has 4-star skill moves with 4-star weak foot, high medium work rates, right? So if you ask me, is Zola behind the power curve? I would say yes, he is, but he still remains a very good card to use even at this stage of the game, right? If you're somebody who's struggling for coins and you need a cam or a striker, right, Zola is your guy. So we actually also have 10 tokens for the 84/20, which I think personally, right, it's actually great value. So the pack weight typically for 84/20, right, it's usually good, right, based on the share plays I've done. So we also actually have Moments Coutinho for 10 tokens, right? So I actually remember the flashback we had and he was actually pretty good in game, right? So for this current version, right, he has 5-star skill moves with 4-star weak foot, right? Acceleration is at 87, which is great, right? Sprint speed is at 75, which is not so ideal. However, right, if you're actually playing him in that cam position, right, I don't think sprint speed is as relevant. But if you want to play him at striker, then you probably have to look elsewhere. So his finishing is also only at 81, right? The issue that I have with Coutinho's card is always his lack of finishing, right, based on his previous versions in previous FIFAs. So I think, right, the most important thing for me, it's always the movement, right? Like I always like to say, especially in that cam position. So I personally think that the cam position is actually the hardest to fill in FIFA. You know, most cards can actually play as the number 9 or on the wings, you know, but very, very few, right, are actually able to play that cam position well, right? And if Coutinho's movement is actually good in that position, right, he might very well be worth it, right? He might be a hidden gem. So I think for the next option, right, this could very well be the most exciting option out of all, right? It's 87 plus Winter Wildcard, Centurion or Future Stars Team 1 player pick, right? They give you 5 options basically. So let's take a look at some of the cards that were present in Winter Wildcard Team 1. So we have the likes of Dembele, right? Meta card, 5-star, 5-star. We have the likes of Kante, right? One of the best defensive midfielders in this game. And then we also have KDB. And we also have Mendy, who is a very, very popular meta card, right, in FIFA. Right? We also have Tomori, whose inform I've actually used quite often this FIFA, and he will absolutely be great in any team. So for Team 2, we also have Sam Max, right? It's 5-star skill moves, you know, you can never go wrong with that. You know, he's actually very, very good in game. We have Big Benz as well, right? We have Kimmich, and then we also have Varane, who's actually one of the top 5 center backs, I would say, in the game easily. So we actually also have Centurions, right? So we have the likes of Neymar, you know, Ben Yedder. We have Kimpembe as well, another top 5 center back. right, in the game. So for the last team of the Centurions, right, we have the likes of Salah, Ibrahimovic, you know, Verratti, which is fantastic for all of you who are using the PSG players like Renato Sanchez, Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, so on and so forth. And we also have Fred as well, right, who is a great player in game. So this is actually the option that excites me the most, right? Because all of these cards are actually top tier cards, right? They are mostly your S and your A tier cards. So if you get any of these cards that I've mentioned, right, they will actually make your first 11. That is why I'm very excited about this pick, right? However, right, it all comes down to the pack weight itself, right? So at 15 tokens, we also have the 85 by 10. Now, based on what I've seen in share plays, right, I don't actually think that the pack weight for 85 by 10 is that great. In fact, right, I think that the 84 by 20, right, actually has better pack weight, and it only costs you 10 tokens instead of 15. So the 84 by 20 could very well turn out to be better value for your tokens. So at 20 tokens, we have mid best. He's 4-star with medium low work rates. He currently costs about 525k on the market. So again, the question, is he behind the power curve? I would say yes. Right? If you have the likes of Ribery, Di Maria, Jairzinho in your team, right, all these three are actually better than Best. If you don't have those cards in your team, then I would say Best is actually a really good option for you. Right? His dribbling is actually really smooth in game. Right? If you actually apply the Hunter chemistry style, right, you actually max out his acceleration, right, and you bring his sprint speed up to 97 as well. So I think for me, right, Best performs well, right, or the most proficient role that he can perform in your team, right, is actually through the middle as a striker, not so much as a winger. So let's talk about some of the cons of this card, right? 78 stamina, right? He's probably not gonna last you through the whole game. So make sure you prepare a super sub for him when he gets tired. And he also actually has 76 shot passing, right? So you can actually overcome this by dribbling and shooting more with the card, right? Don't try to do too many shot passes with him. Yeah, so this is how you actually can overcome that that weakness of his, right? That con of his. So at 25 tokens, we actually have the 2 times 85 by 10 pack, right? Which I think it might be a tad too steep. So basically, let's actually go over to the game, right? I want to take a look at the number of SBCs we have. Let you decide on whether you think you want to take the fodder packs. So we actually just have the 87 plus hero PP that was released yesterday, right? We still have the Mbappe SBC, and also we have Mane, right, who I think is actually brilliant in game. So some of the other SBCs that we have is also Theo Walcott, right? He was just released yesterday. You know, I think that he isn't that expensive to craft as well, right? 4-star, 3-star, right? 99 pace. We also have Ramos, right, and Fofana, whom I've actually already completed. But if you guys haven't completed Ramos and Fofana, right, they are actually really good to craft as well. And lastly, I also want to bring you to the icons page, whereby I think that Hugo Sanchez is good to craft as well, right? All these SBCs that I've talked about, right, are actually, in my opinion, all very good value SBCs, and they're all very good cards that can make your team. So let's actually go and take a look at the last option, right, which I think excites most people, right, which is the prime icon player pick. So it's actually 1 out of 3 options. So I would say that this actually depends on how many icons you have in your team, you know. Did you complete the icon player SBC for players like, you know, Kaká, Zidane, Hugo Sanchez, and Rooney, among many others, right? Or did you do lots of gamble icon packs? So let's actually take a look at what are some of the prime icons you can actually get in game, right? Now remember, there's no minimum guaranteed rating for this icon pick. right? Of course, you can get the top tier icons like your Ronaldo, your Zidane, you know, your Cruyff, Maldini, Eusebio, so on and so forth, right? However, remember that there are lots of stinkers as well, you know. We have the likes of Nesta, right? Pirlo, Bobby Moore, Bergkamp, who probably aren't that great in game. So if we move on to the second page, we have more stinkers as well, right? We have Lineker, we have Rivaldo, Van Nistelrooy, you know, Shearer. So all these players are probably not who you want to see out of your icon player picks, right? You could very well get, you know, Shearer, Piero, and Trezeguet, you know, in your 3-player pick that you actually have. So of course, one thing that we have to consider is primes are actually the best version you can get outside of the Team of the Year icons. So you know, the top tier ones like I mentioned previously, right? The top tier icons like your Pele, Cruyff, Eusebio, you know, Hulit. You know, if you manage to get any one of these, right, they can actually stay in your team till Team of the Season. But again, this is a very huge gamble to take, right? It's because it actually costs you 27 tokens. So you might ask, what are some of the best combinations to take, right? If you need fodder, right, go for the 84/20, right, the 85/10, as well as the Future Stars Team 1 pack. Right, in total, that will cost you 28 tokens. If you don't need fodder, go for the 87 plus Winter Wildcard Centurion or Future Stars Team PP, right, along with the 84/20, as well as the Future Stars Team 1 pack, right? That's option number 2. That will also set you back 28 tokens. So I think the last combination you can take is actually the Prime Icon player pick, right, along with the Future Stars Team 1 pack. Right? I think this is a very suitable option for people who have very, very good teams and you guys don't need the fodder. So you might ask me, which one am I going for, right? So as of right now, right, I will take the 87 plus Winter Wildcard Centurion or Future Stars Team 1 PP, right? Simply because, as I mentioned previously, right, there are so many great cards in that Centurion and that Winter Wildcard team that I really, really like, right? Players like Varane, Kimpembe, Tomori, Mendy, Dembele, Fred, you know, even Neymar and Verratti, right? All these are all S and A tier players, right? And if I'm able to get them, they will actually be able to fit into my team really well, right? And if I do manage to get one of them, right, they probably will last my team till team of the season, right? So I will also be getting the 84/20 for fodder, right? Because I'm crafting Mbappe, I want to finish him. And I will also be getting the Future Stars Team 1 player pack. Now, I don't have very high hopes for this pack, right? I'm just taking it because there's no other options, right? Because I'm definitely not taking base Zola simply because he doesn't make my team. So I've actually come to the end of the video, right? Do let me know down in the comments below, right, which combination you guys are actually going for. Do like and subscribe if you actually enjoyed the video. I will catch you guys soon, and yeah, take care guys.